And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys. You got it. You got it right that time. What's up, Herman?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It is Wednesday night with those guys. And Wednesday night, as you know, is sponsored by those guys. But how is everyone doing on this hump day?
I'm okay. I don't know. I see Ron is in the chat. Fly Zone Mike from Fly Zone Drones is there.
Hey, how you doing there, Mike? What's good, man?
There's a few people.
The classic, you gotta hit me up, man.
Yeah, Ron, you gotta collect your gifts, man. You won. You got gifts going back to the
prizes, and yeah, he keep winning prizes and not collecting them.
I know he's got a little box, a little gift box and stuff. Hey, Mike, what's up, man? Feet on the ground. I can tell you that this week your package is going out to Australia. Your care package is going out to you and Sue, courtesy of those guys. Mike, Night Train, what's good? How are you? Mike H, what's up? So good morning, Rob and Sue over there in Australia. Feet on the ground. How are you guys over there in Australia? I know it's summertime there and winter here. So hope you guys are enjoying. You're back from the holidays. Yes. Okay, that's what's up. And you just recently had a birthday, Rob, too. So happy belated birthday to you. I know I caught you on your birthday day, but I figured I'd bring it up again.
Yeah, I did too. I got
early day out of town snowboarding and blowing.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So my Night Train was saying, Fly Guy Merrill. Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
So what's going on with you, Lawrence? How's your Wednesday going?
Moderately good.
Moderately good?
Yeah, moderately good. No complaints. One Vision Ariel, how are you?
One Vision, what's good, man?
How are you guys? As far as this week was like 110 Fahrenheit when we were away. Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. Jack Rabbit FPV, what's goody?
That's another one.
Those of you don't know, Feet on the Ground is over in Australia right now. So
yeah, I know where he is.
Here in the States, and he's over there in the middle of the summer.
Right
now, enjoying.
Yeah, we're feeling the winter now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how is your winters over there in Australia?
Does it tell you?
Does it get cold? Like, or does it get cold?
Yeah, to them, cold might be 60 degrees.
There's places here in the United States that when winter time comes, it gets cold, but if it gets too cold, they have a lot of issues.
Yeah, this is true. This is very, very true. But welcome everybody.
Hey there, Jack Rabbit.
With those guys, we appreciate you all for coming through and continuing to come back. And we have an interesting stream tonight. A lot of good stories, a lot of good news, drone news, some things. How's your Wednesday, Herman?
How happened?
How's your Wednesday?
My Wednesday has been eventful. I mailed out some stuff today.
Okay. That's what's up.
Got a nice shave, cleaned up a little.
I got the scruffy look going today, man.
Okay.
I got like the 10 o'clock shadow going on today.
I'm sorry.
I just tomorrow morning I will have to, because it's just getting to the point now where now it's starting to break through the skin in places where I should have shaved it a long time ago. So
right.
Feet on the ground. I'm in SA, South Australia, so it's cold. Is 2 degrees centigrade. That's about 10 to 18 degrees. No, but normally it's about 10 to 18 degrees centigrade. Snow in our Alps is way up in Victoria. Okay, that is further north. Hey, what's up, show? How are you?
Okay.
Good to see everyone. All right. Well, you can keep that 2 degrees.
Yeah, that's
10 and 18 degrees centigrade.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? Okay. You know what's funny? I thought that you know, being as that I'm from New York, I was like, you know, we get cold weather in the wintertime. And I was like, you know, all right, I could deal with it. But when I went
Right.
out to Missouri to go to school,
Yeah, about 60. Okay, go ahead.
I went out to Missouri to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, New York don't know cold. No,
No, they
cold.
don't.
Yo, coal is Midwest is where coal is at.
There's nothing out there.
All those places like Michigan and Iowa and Illinois and Wisconsin, it gets cold. New York don't know cold. Even when I was upstate, it wasn't as cold as it was when I was out in Missouri.
I've gone upstate. I haven't been up there in the snow because up in Utica, up there, once it snows, you might as well just pull out the snowmobile.
No, it's not that bad.
In Utica, after the ground is covered, yeah, everyone pulls their
That's
cars off the streets,
that's
and you go up
because
and down the streets either on foot or on a snowmobile.
it's not a major place. That's why.
They got super sunburn away. Sue got lobster arms.
Oh,
Not good. I feel bad for you, Sue. But you and Rob this week, probably Friday morning.
uh-huh. You're going to
If
mail that package up?
Probably Friday morning, I will be mailing out. Not tomorrow, but Friday morning. So I may hit you one more time. I think I still have your address, but I'll hit you on Messenger anyway before the night is over here. I know it's morning for you guys
Mm-hmm.
over in Australia. So now I want a beer with some cheese. Dude, beer and cheese don't go together, man. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Same channel, but new start for One Eye Visual. Okay. Have
Well,
to.
I mean, I guess it could, but
Hmm. Yeah, but what would your stomach be saying? One vision aerial says it's cold in Illinois right now.
I bet
And
it is.
what did you all mail out? I didn't One Eye Visual win something.
Yeah,
Wasn't he on the list of? Hey, Robert Glazier, how are
yeah.
you? Third Eye View, cold as Fort Richardson, Alaska. Yeah, he probably is, bro. That
Hey, you're
sounds
probably
cold.
right.
That
I'm
sound
just
cold
saying,
up there.
I'm just saying, for me, experiencing cold, I didn't experience real cold till I got to the Midwest. That's cold, man. And
Dad,
snow.
Pete, how are you? Wisconsin, hell yeah, beer and cheese. Okay, that's where.
Okay. Hey, I get it. I mean, I don't think it wouldn't. I mean, everything.
Welsh rabbit.
I mean, that's like two things that it's like two things that is go with almost everything.
Yeah,
If I bet you if you ask McDonald's, they'll tell you that works.
hmm
McDonald's puts cheese on everything.
true. They do. And
No, but
MVP
seriously,
Aaron Rodgers.
those are two things
Okay.
that go with
Yep.
almost everything.
What's up, Eddie Nunez? How are you, man? Hope
Hey,
all
hey,
is
what's good, man?
well. I wanted to
A
say
good cold
that.
beer or a nice
Huh?
or a stout, however you take your stout, like room temperature or cool, whatever.
No, I
Some
like
people don't
stout
like it
really,
cold.
really cold because when it gets warm, to me,
Yeah.
it tastes like medicine. Yes, thank you, Robert Glazier. But I've drinking stout warm because of where I was and
You got
everyone
it from
else
the
was.
tap,
No,
huh?
I've never had from the tap.
Oh, see, if you got it from the tap, it's good to the last drop, man.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, see, that sounds good.
Almost any beer to me
Last
tastes
time I
better.
last time I was in Wisconsin, it was 80 outside. 4 hours later, there was 2 feet of snow on the ground. See, Thomas, Ariels, how are you?
Now,
Welcome to the.
that's a lot of crazy snow there though. No, seriously. But
Oh, he says you guys have the orange cheese whip. That ain't shit. That shit ain't cheese. No, we know that. They call that
I
cheese
don't know.
sauce. Yeah,
That's
I
not
don't eat
cheese. No,
things
you're right. We
with,
get that.
I don't eat things with cheese sauce. I'm sorry. I'm an adult now. I don't have to do that anymore. You guys click that like button,
This,
please. All the beer in Germany is served warm. Ooh, the tap is the best. You're right about that.
yeah,
Yes,
see,
you are right. I've never had a Guinness through tap. I might have to.
when you say warm, non-refrigerated at all, or just like that, it's just cool. It's not cold, cold.
Probably room
That's
temperature.
interesting because I'd like to know how many of them you actually get someone to purchase drinking all them warm beers.
He must walk out of there twisty too.
How you walk out of there?
Yeah, yeah, drinking warm beer. You're right about that. But anyway, it's Wednesday nights. And Wednesday nights with those guys is sponsored by those guys. And we wanted to say, hey, Chris Hope, what's good, man? How are
So
you?
what's up, man?
We wanted to say that this is your first show of the year, Herman.
What happened?
This is your first show of the year.
Is it? I
It's
thought.
show number 138, but this is your first stream of the year.
Yeah, I thought the
Yeah.
last one was. Was it? No,
No, we did that Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it was Sunday. Yeah, this is my first stream.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah. The congratulations to you, man, and to many, many more. Is like we have a few things planned this year. As in fact, we have so much stuff planned this. Just got to execute. It's all execute, execute, execute. Right, Herman?
Well, yeah, just putting it together. Just we got a few things coming, but we're working on it as as a timeline for everything.
Right.
I was looking in some of these, all the online magazines, and you got the tech sources and stuff like that. And I've been checking out a lot of stuff. And when I was looking at some of the stuff going on, it's funny, you don't have to go to CES to see some of the things that happen over there. And I saw the presentation from NVIDIA, and
should I play the disclaimer?
What happened?
Should I play the disclaimer before you go on?
No.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I don't think it's necessary. I mean,
okay.
And I saw the presentation from AMD. They're both working on some pretty big things. I'm just saying that Intel might find themselves against the ropes again.
Like usual.
In this next round with
AMD and NVIDIA. Yeah.
Because, AMD with some of these processes and stuff that they're trying to do, I don't think that, I don't know. Maybe they, see, Intel becomes a little bit more expensive. And a lot of that stuff, they'll talk about launching it, and this is I find this to be an every year thing. They'll talk about launching it, but it's not ready and available for everyone to have. If you went to the store to get one, you'd still be waiting, and they'll spoon feed them into the stores for you to be able to get them. And if you have to purchase them online, you'll almost never get them. True. It's the same thing, but all of those people that were saying that, we can't get graphics cards and this, that, and the other, a lot of that's not even true. It all depends on where you are in this country.
Depends on where you live in the United States. If you live on the East Coast or the West Coast, you have a better chance of getting graphics cards, motherboards, cases, stuff like that than you do. Now, I'm not saying they don't have, hey, Ray Kelly, I'm not saying, Herman, because you pointed out to me that they don't have micro centers spread out through the United States, but a majority of the micro centers, which are big.
I don't know exactly where they all are. I do know that they're an abundance around this.
Rob, how are you?
And I know there's in California. So where else? I'm not exactly sure. I know there are a few others around the country. But I was also looking at was that drone life, where they had an article I thought was real funny. A drone buyer's a drone buyer's guide. It was a recreational drone buyer's guide for 2022.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. And what's cool about this
photography
particular
racing.
guy
Hold on a
goes
second. Check
in,
this out.
Herman.
Oh, check this out. It's about photography racing backyard.
Or beginner.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that wouldn't that be backyard?
Listen, they cover this story covers every possible way you could learn to fly a drone, from
Well, I think,
camera drone
well,
down to FPV.
well, truthfully speaking, Lars, I think you know a lot of these FPV drones more than I do. But what I thought was quite interesting is how they start this whole list off. And these things is just typical of them, that they put, the Mavic 3 Sin Premium combo for professionals.
Yes, but check it out. They put for professional photographers.
Right.
It said Drone Buyer's Guide 2022 for the photographer. The number one drone that they have, like you said,
Okay.
is
Right.
the Mavic 3 Sin Premium combo.
Right. Yeah. I just thought that was funny because, how would they just pick the Sin Premium combo and just, I mean, I don't know, because they don't really break it down at all as, as far as that is concerned. With that,
Right.
I don't know how they came up with the list, but and
And
then
I
this,
could think of a few other camera drones that are just as good for photography.
right,
Okay.
you're right. I'm just saying the way they don't. It's a weirdly biased list, but
It is. It is. You're right about that. Because that's number one. They have the Sin 3 for number one as photographer. But then if
right,
you go down for the best drone today
right, but this
under,
is what we've always talked about.
yep,
It is the Air 2S, but we've always said that, and I thought that was a little bit.
did
That's
you
a
pick a
that's a
date?
big. That to me, it's a big leap because you're just looking at it and the point of saying, okay, well, this is what. Why is this the drone you picked? I mean, and there's no breakdown of
Yeah,
it.
Ray Kelly was asking, do we pick a date for our barbecue this year yet, slash fly, yet this year? You want to
No,
mark it
not
on your
yet.
calendar? Not just yet, only because we need to get through, through this beginning of the year. We're trying to make a lot of major moves, and it'll come up. We have more than enough time, Ray. Trust me. We
I'll
definitely have
let you
more
know
than enough
soon.
time.
I'll let you know.
Huh?
I'll let you know before it get too late, man.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Because we don't know if we want to have it in the same spot. We don't know if we want to have a collaboration slash meetup. It's still on the
I don't
chalkboard.
even know if I'll be in the country around that time. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
This is very, very true. If we can have it our way, those guys might not be here a couple of times during the summer. We're trying to go abroad, guys. So that's all we can
Hey,
say.
I don't know who she is.
Yes, listen. We're just trying to say there's a very good chance that we may be traveling. Those guys may be traveling abroad.
I
That's
don't
all.
know who she is. What broad are you talking about?
Let me know. I will get you all the ribs you need. Rob C said. See,
Rib.
remember? Right. Remember Rob's
Oh, okay.
moonlighting job as the butcher.
Okay. All right.
They let them know. Okay, we
Hmm.
will definitely do that. Yes, 20 watching. We hit the like button. You know what it is, Robert Glazier? There's a lot of people lurk and watch the channel. I understand that. I do that at some live streams. I don't come in and exactly chat in the chat because sometimes you have to come in and you have to say hello to 15, 20 people. It's personal. We don't mind. We're used to it, Robert. But I
Mhm.
appreciate it. I wish they would come in and communicate. We don't bite unless you poke us,
Okay.
unless you poke the bear or something. That's about it. But get back to your story of the best drone in 2022.
Right, but the 2S, we always said that for the money, it was the best bang for your buck.
Yes, the best bang
but
for your
you
buck.
Came out with this list, right? This is based on last year. This is a buyer's guide for people buying drones in 2022. What about some of those drones that Autel dropped? They don't fit somewhere in here?
Right. And see, like you said, it is a very biased list because the top drone, 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 4 drones in this list are DJI based or total DJI.
Right.
And I can, like I said, known for, but like I said, between
previous
the
year,
actual Mavic,
it's knowledge based on the previous year.
Yeah, and I think they're going by sales. They can't be going by sales because it would be a different thing because they don't have the Mavic 2 Pro, which I think is more than sufficient enough.
Still selling.
It's still selling. No one, and I hate this, but it stop saying it's a professional drone. It's a fucking drone. They stopped talking about the Phantom 4 Pro altogether.
Well,
I mean, even I remember before I had my Phantom 4 Pro, Herman, I had the Phantom Standard.
Probably down right now, but it was still selling for, was it $2,000 at one point?
Yeah, it's still selling for $2,000. I think I recently saw the V2 somewhere for about $1,500.
Okay,
but that may have been. Brand hey, new? Stevie, what's up?
Hey, Stevie. But
hey, Ray Kelly, we're working on it. Ray Kelly.
What he said?
I was just telling him we're working on it. He says just skip. Just go to Ireland. You don't need to go anywhere else. He told him that we're trying to make some moves and do some traveling this year.
I'm not trying to travel just to travel. I was in a minute. This thing here
right now it's business and then leisure later.
This thing about the best option for flying fast DJI FPV.
Yeah, that's number 3.
Right. So this is based on your best option if you want to buy DJI, right?
Right.
I don't know. And I just thought it was kind of strange, this article, because I'm going through it and I'm like, I'm all with you on this, the best option for under $1,000.
Well, what is the price of what is the going rate for the DJI FPV system? I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to share a screen because I'm interested. You got to turn sharing on anyway.
I don't know. It was I think it might have been like I'm
interested.
The whole thing when you got it before brand new. It might have been like the whole thing was like probably like $2,000 for everything.
Well, I'm only asking because I may be thinking about going digital. I said I may. Not.
Are you talking about the FPV drone or
No, just the system. I'm looking at the drone. I don't want the drone. I don't want. I'm an FPV pilot, so I need to know how much the DJI FPV V2 goggles are. DJI FPV V2 goggles and radio. Oh, GGLES goggles and radio price, because they sell those sets. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Now I'm seeing just the V2 goggles. All right, well, we'll get into it.
There you go, right there. That's what you're looking for, right there. That's what you need.
1,700, and you can only change one bird over for 1,700. That's a whole new fucking drone.
Well, the next time you need
that, I might as well get the 10 package.
Yeah, but the next time you won't need the goggles and the controller.
True, true. That is true. I'll look into it, but I'll look in. I'm looking into it. It's
Well, you
just
got to
that,
go and find the actual. I thought that might be somebody's. Who was selling
yeah,
that?
third
Yeah,
party, right?
yeah.
Because to be honest, the real transition for me, it's not so much transitioning to digital. My
Hmm.
problem is transitioning everything I have analog to digital.
I got you.
And if I had two or three FPV drones, that wouldn't be an issue. But I have about eight or nine.
Hmm.
So that can get quite pricey at 170 to $200 per unit to convert over. We're not even talking about antennas for them and shit like that. So and it's just something down the line I may consider.
You
That's
know
all. Hey, Corey Mano, Drone Racing League race tonight. Open night on, yes, opening night of CES Gadget Show. Yes,
it.
they will be on. Corey, if you can put a link for that, that would be great. I would love to click on that. You don't need the controller either. Said see Night Train, I didn't know. Um, I'll have to talk to someone who's had all of this. I do want to go digital. It's
Hmm.
just there's too much shit on the plate right now. There's a lot of shit we're trying to do with those guys. So for now, analog till life, till death.
No, but you see what he said.
Getting back to the list.
Yeah, but
Um,
see, it breaks down further talking about for hobbyists and enthusiasts. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you're more familiar with some of these other things here, like these,
right. I'm actually pulling up.
like,
I'm actually pulling it up back up because I closed the window somehow. Here it is. Here it
yeah,
is.
because
Drone
now,
buyer's guide. Here we go. I got it back. So now number four on the list, you have first number one for best photography drone is the DJI Sin premium combo. Then
yeah,
they have for the best drone under $1,000, best drone for
what's
your
the
buck. I
difference?
have one, the Air 2S. And then they're saying if you want to get into FPV and you don't want to build and you just want to get out there and fly FPV, the DJI FPV drone. Now, number four is a drone
That's
that
terrible.
iFlight has had out, Herman, for a while. I
Really?
actually want to talk about this
You
drone
got
because
one?
I actually wanted this drone
Mm-hmm.
for the simple reason it has all the characteristics that I like. It's a freestyle drone slash cruiser.
Right, right.
You can turn it into a cruiser, but it's the iFlight Evoke. But they have an HD 6S version, which is running on DJI platform. Now you can also get this same drone in analog. It's selling like hotcakes. As soon as places people get this iFlight Evoke drone in, it's
Right.
gone. Whether it be analog, they're buying them analog and converting them to DJI. It doesn't matter. It can come with TBS Crossfire, with a Crossfire, a Spectrum, Fly, FR Sky. Everything's plug and play. But right now, this one they're selling with the DJI little CADX camera system,
Uh-huh.
and they claim that it's a hot seller, and I know it is because I know the actual um, analog one. You can't even find those in the store anymore. Eddie Nunez has one, I
Okay.
think, and who else? One or two other people I know have one as well, an Evoke, and it's a nice bird. It's a really nice 5-inch bird. It does everything freestyle, distance, flying, all of the above with exceptional parts. It's the bird of the year last year that I know of that was selling hot off the plates. But if you want to get into drones and you want to be totally analog,
Right.
they have what they call a backyard ripper, which is a happy model
Yeah, that's
cru-
so funny.
cruise.
Backyard Ripper. I thought that was funny.
Cruise 35. And now this is the 3.5 inch. This drone has 3.5 inch props. You say 3.5 inch drone.
Yeah.
Um, it's a little tiny thing. It's about this big, but they claim the characteristics are of it. It's more agile than the iFlight Evoke. They specifically said that. And if you were flying this and didn't know what drone it was, you would almost swear it was a 5-inch drone, according to them.
All right.
It's called the Happy Model Crux, whatever. CRUX 35.
Yeah,
And
and they got another one.
They come in HD analog.
Right, but they have another one that's for best for indoors.
Yeah, hold on. Third Eye. Hey guys, I hear that you can run an analog with digital and DJI goggles. Don't quote me, but yes, you can do that. I have seen people run analog with digital goggles and stuff like that. And as I don't even have a friend who could tell me how to do it, because that would probably be the way I would transition over, just for the digital flying. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and hopefully Night Train can confirm this with me, but the reason I fly analog, it's a better signal over distance. With DJI digital system, what happens is you're flying crystal clear. You can see a butterfly flying in the grass, all that shit. But when you get behind certain obstructions and a certain distance away, it starts digitizing. And you know how a Minecraft looks where everything is blocked?
That's all digital signals.
Yeah.
It's
But see, the problem with DJI, but the problem with DJI, Herman, is when your picture digitizes, if you don't turn back at that second, it just goes black. Now with analog, hey, rigor mortis, see it, rigor mortis knows, and
right.
with analog, you make it snow, it'll get snowier. It may even go to complete snow, but as soon as you turn a certain way, that picture comes right back. Right, DJ drops out, it's over.
Right,
Where
because
analog,
I've lost. Either there or it's not there.
Yes, yeah.
It's not going to play.
Yeah.
You see that with the car radio. It's either there or it's not there. When you got to
see Corey Mano. Hold on a sec, Corey Mano. This is what I need to do. He has it. I need to speak with you, Corey, because you helped me get my sound effects on and stuff like that. So maybe I need to speak to you, definitely. He said, yep, I use analog, but the DJI goggles using a Wildfire Fat Shark module. Now see, now you're going beyond. You can. My head just exploded like that. What happened?
Wildfire? You said?
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with a module. Fat Shark module, but I'm interested in. Hey, Gary, I'm interested in that. But let's get through this list. It also has this drone buyers list has one of the best micro drones for indoor racing and teasing pets. Because I've seen a couple of these get crunched on by dogs.
What I was talking about.
Right. Oh yeah, the Happy Model Mobula 6. A lot of you guys out there in FPV have heard of this drone. It's one of the smallest brushless drones out there that flies smooth, like butter smooth. You would think you were flying a big bird with that. Seriously, but the Happy Model Modula 6, they say it's a goofy name, but it requires an FrSky compatible controller and analog only because the components are small and stuff like that. But it's definitely for the beginner. And Third Eye View may have this one here. Well, not this one, but this has always been one of the best starter drone companies out there. Emax, I had very bad experience with them and other drones, but they seem to have nailed this getting in the FPV thing with the beginner goggles, the beginner radio, and the beginner drone. And now they have an Emax ready to fly Tiny Hawk 3. I think Third Eye View in the chat, he has the Tiny Hawk 2. But they've, from the Tiny Hawk to the Tiny Hawk 2 to the Tiny Hawk 3, you like that radio, right?
That's a nice little radio.
What happened?
Well, from looking at the pictures of it, it's a nice little radio.
Yeah. But
goggles I'm not so sure about.
This is ready to fly out the box, though. Yeah, I would get rid of those dipole antennas on here. For those of you who can't see what we're looking at, let me just share this real quick. You can see, but as far as beginner, level drones, Tiny Hawk, the Tiny Hawk 2, the Tiny Hawk 3. I've heard nothing but good comments. I can't see the chat right now, but Third Eye View, I think he went out, he wanted to know how he could get started. And now he's flying in parking lots and other places outside with his Tiny Hawk. This bird flies indoor and outdoor. It's suggested for indoor, but it is powerful enough to fly outdoor as well. So I just thought I would point it out. And then, of course, the next one here is the Telo. Now, Herman, if you want to talk about the Telo, I want to talk about their what not to buy list. And that's why I was actually sharing the screen, because I wanted to show that.
The Telo, the Telo for me, I mean, as far as where they want to put the Telo at, and I mean, the Telo is the Telo, you know. There's a lot of things about the Telo that made the Telo interesting. For me, it was just something to fly around the house. But I've seen where the Telo has been used in schools for educating kids, working
For
with
STEM training, yeah, students,
coding and stuff like that, and them doing a lot of good things with the Telo. For me, the Telo would have came in number one on the list, but you know, hey, it is where it is. It fits in where it fits in.
I understand that, rigor mortis. I do understand that, and that's just for the person that just wants to fly out of the box. You know, you end up with a better radio and a skill, all while saving up for a Google and a micro, for a goggle and a micro. This is true. Get a simulator, a copy of a simulator, and a radio, and learn how to fly. That is 100% the best way to do it. I think those beginner kits, while convenient, aren't the best way to go. Honestly, spend what you would spend on a kit on a radio, correct, and a copy of a simulator. And then you can go out and get a drone after using a simulator. I agree with that 100%. Now, I wanted to pull this up, and I wanted to go in on this, and I may have to play the disclaimer. So give me a second while I set it up.
The views and opinions tonight are not necessary.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, honestly, a lot of these drones are up and down on this list of the little that you know, they fit in wherever they fit in.
Show it, because if we show the best, we should still show what's out there, because people ask us continuously what to buy and what not to buy. So I need to say this real quick.
The views and opinions tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everybody on the panel and or in the chat.
I want you guys to pay close attention to what I'm about to read you. What not to buy. It should be stated, Amazon is littered with cheap drones that either look like more expensive ones, have unpronounceable names, or come from brands even people who fly quadcopters every day have never heard of. We could not recommend any of these cheap video drones for a variety of reasons. They are poorly manufactured, frequently have issues, they come with little or no support, and simple things like extra propellers can be difficult to find. Batteries can be weak and unreliable and are often proprietary, so they're nearly impossible to replace. They're easily broken and nearly impossible to repair. Don't buy this crap. You go to Amazon and you type, they have one here called the Holy Stone. They have a Holy Stone. All of these Mavic style or Mavic series drones. I hope you guys can see the picture. Please, please, please. You're thinking about getting into a drone. What? $69, $64, $160 with a case, 2 batteries. I'm going to tell you something.
My money.
You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time, and we would be anything less than drone pilots to not point this out.
I must be wasting my money if I spent all that kind of money on a drone and I can get one for $69 with the case.
Here's the last one. No, the one with a case is $160.
$160? I pay $160 for the case.
Now, here's the last thing that they put, and then I'll stop really quick. Anything that transmit video relies on very dodgy phone apps that are often more unreliable than the drones themselves. And with that, I'm closing out this damn window. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's the idea for that.
Drones 863.
I just thought that was something that to bring up, because here it is. We're entering the new year. Autel just dropped some new drones, and people are starting to get their hands on their new drones. and this list tells you about mine. I mean, I'm cool with the what do you call it, with the Mavic 3 or whatever, if you want to make that the best drone out there. But come on, man, what happened to the trickle down?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I try my best because I people, you have the same problem, Herman. People come to you and they say, "Yo, I see you fly drones." I have a, like, here's a perfect example. I have a childhood friend. We went to elementary school together. He moved away, came back. He's a yoga teacher. Really, really half famous yoga teacher. Okay, he has a big following, and he says, "Well, I see you fly drones and stuff." He's even come out here to where I live to for me to show him, so I could persuade him into buying a drone. He asked me, what drone should I get? So I told him, well, maybe you should get the Air 2, or the Air, something like that, or even the Mini. Oh, well, those are expensive. And then a month or two goes by, and then you see him online, or he'll text me and say, how about this drone here? And the drone will say $108. And I tell him straight up, it's a toy. He says, but it has GPS too. I'm like, you don't understand. It's a toy. There's a reason I'm telling you to get a certain style of drone. I said, if you can spend $300, get the Mini and one battery. At least that has follow me mode. So he wants to be able to do his yoga or his Tai Chi, which he teaches also, and have the drone show him while he's doing it or whatever for advertising purposes. And I understand that. And finally, after a year, coming back.
Why don't you put a camera on a tripod?
Stop. When we're talking, just stop right there.
I mean, it's not like while he's doing what he's doing, the drone is going to be around him or anything.
I know. Well, after a year of him coming back and saying, what about this drone? What about that drone? And I said, if it ain't DJI, it ain't going to fly. Now, that's not true, but I tell him that. You know, I would rather him spend the $300 to $600 and get a drone than to spend $108 and he almost kills somebody that he's showing Tai Chi or yoga to, because it doesn't have GPS indoor and it's not too stable even with the GPS.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
Hey, Bob Casey.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Either way.
What?
He's going to buy that cheap drone and he's going to realize that he has to have his hands on that controller or else it's not going to stay where he wants it to be.
That's what I mean.
And
you're right.
It's going to crash. And if you told him to go ahead and get it, he's going to say, that drone you told me to get crashed. Now.
I will not put my name.
When he gets that Air or Air 2S or whatever you told him to get.
The Mini 2 or the Mini?
Mini, whatever. If you told him to get that, it doesn't matter. Whichever drone you told him to get. You know what I'm saying? It could be the Mini. You can tell him to get the Mini that has a sensor smaller than a fingernail. If that thing went down due to his negligence, he's gonna say, this thing that you told me to get, because somehow it has not occurred to him that while he's doing this Tai Chi, no one's gonna be moving the drone. Right. The drone is going to be sitting there hovering. So
I did explain to your wife. I did explain to him your wife would have to have the controls in her hand just in case anyway. And he's like, well, she does that with the camera now anyway. I'm like, but as long, yeah. I know, Herman. I know. I know. I've been going through this almost over a year with this guy. So he's finally fixated on getting.
Is he watching the stream?
Huh?
Is he watching the stream?
I invited him, come watch the stream. We do drone news, drone talk, all of that stuff. He's just, you know how you see that guy in the store, hey, you still fly drones? Well, the same thing when I was fixing computers. Hey, you still fix computers? I have a laptop I want you to look at. And this same guy has been telling me the same story for the last 2 years every time I see him in the store.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, same shit.
I got you.
the price plus the keyframe plus the software, I want a Skydio Plus. It would make for real estate shoots so easy.
Okay.
That's interesting. You know what?
Tell him to
If
get
I had
that.
to pay for one, I would like one too.
Tell him to get the Skydio. It could follow him around while he's doing all his kung fu kicks and flying through the park.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him to buy a damn $300 Mini, yo, and he just stopped coming to me and saying, you know what, you're right. I see bad reviews about all these drones that I'm showing you.
So when he do one of his kicks, the drone could go around his leg or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get all of that high action shots with it. Tell him to put the beacon in his pocket.
Listen. It would probably do better than that. All I know is when he does decide to get one, I'm going to take a picture of him and the drone. I'll say it took me a year to get this guy to buy a DJI drone, but it finally worked. Okay. I'm going to have to. Mm-hmm. Now, where are we going with this next story?
What's next story?
Huh?
What's next story?
Well, we have a couple of stories here.
I'm just saying, this, we talked about this before, and we mentioned it when it started, but remember the creator contest for DJI Skypixel?
Yeah, we did.
We mentioned it when it started, but now we're here to announce the contest winners. So Skypixel contest video winners, we know that the prizes that were in this, a total of nearly 46,000 in prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we have a winner, grand prize winner in the video contest with this gentleman. What was his name? Sergio Mota. Sergio Mota. Yeah.
Sergio Mota. Yes. Sergio Mota.
With Tuscany in color.
I want to say one thing. Herman said that this guy painted the video. I didn't literally think that he was actually painting the video. I apologize for the skipping. We're working on that. But check out this editing on this video. And keep in mind, he used a paintbrush.
This thing sounds so great. This is the Skypixel.
You want to play it or no?
Yeah, you can. Just turn the volume down.
There, we'll do it over. That's fair enough. His editing skills editing skills are nowhere near this guy's editing skills.
Well, now you know there's certain softwares that work well with certain graphics cards and stuff, but that can produce music.
Yeah. And he even included some 3D mapping in it, which I thought was pretty cool.
This video is like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, so it was just when you think somebody can edit or you can edit, his editing skills and transitions, this is crazy. It's a good, I like it. I had to watch it a couple of times over. And this is all actual drone photography. The kid playing with the paper boat on the toms, it looked like, that was hot. No, sorry, this is in Tuscan, Italy. The toms is in the UK. My bad.
What happened? Yeah, it's in Italy.
But anyway, I will put this video for you guys to share, for you guys to look at. You have to stop it at some points and tell which is a brush stroke and which is not a brush stroke, and actually a picture.
I believe they have a program, if I'm not mistaken, called Canvas. I'm think that you might be able to do that with that program. I'm not sure.
With a program called Canvas. Okay,
Yeah, you know who
we're gonna
might
have to do
know
some
about
research
this?
because that was fly.
Big Matt might know because he's the software guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hit up Big Mac.
He might.
Looking clocks and Salvador Dali. Wow! Listen, I posted the video, guys. When you
Now,
get a chance, watch this video on a nice monitor. I'm not saying watch it on your phone or if your TV has the capability to play YouTube, watch it.
4K,
I got to watch it in 4K and was just wowed by the work from that video. Okay. And this gentleman, Sergio Mota, congratulations to you for this. Now, it wasn't there another winner for something else?
Yes, they have a pro video category. It was won by travel photographer Daniel, aka Dakota, with Feeling Africa.
Yeah, give me a second here. I just have to pull it up. But this was
10 seconds of the sounds and amazing video of with some amazing sound of with what's going with Africa and with put to music.
Well, here it is.
Yes.
You can hear it, right?
Yes, it's low, but it's all right. It's good. Because you can
And this
hear the
was
sound
another-
effects in the back.
Also, congratulations to this winner of the Sky Pixel movie segment of that contest. I think it was done very, very well. That time, that hyperlapse was really, really good. And I got to listen to this loud in here earlier. Yeah, the soundtrack is crazy. With, like you said, the background sound effects and everything.
Yeah, because you hear all of the sound effects in the background of this.
Congratulations to the second winner of the Sky Pixel. What is it? The Sky Pixel 2020 Creative Video Contest winners.
Yeah, but this one here is in the was in the pro video category, I believe it was.
Professional pro video. Okay. Well, it was edited. Both of them were edited very, very nicely, and I inspire to do videos like that. Hey Barry,
That would
how
be
are
nice.
you? We appreciate you. We don't be chatting while you're driving. We appreciate you stopping in. We appreciate the support. Dustin.
Yeah.
I was looking.
I got
Dustin needs subscribers for his relaunch channel.
Who?
Vision Aerial.
What happened?
One Vision Aerial.
Where is he?
He needs to type in the chat. I'll go there. I'm sure. Oh, I have him here. I just scroll up.
Is that Angie?
Yeah, Angie's there. I'm already. Wait a minute. Nope. Yeah, I'm already subscribed. He only has 3 subscribers.
Where?
Here's his channel right here. See, this is how we support each other.
Where is
because
it?
it's what we got to do. Everyone, if you can stop by and support One Vision Aerial, that's his page right there. He only has 3 subscribers. Great selection of winners, Angie. Angie, could you imagine to even enter something like that? You
know how many
they have some tight people there. Yeah.
You know how many countries are
people that are entering these contests. Same thing with air views. They do the same thing.
What? Yeah, they do have the New York City drone show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do you know it was? I think it was what 100 and it's over 100. Yeah, over 100 countries represented in this contest. A lot of
What
people.
is that?
There's over 100 countries entered this. People from over 100 countries entered this contest.
Yeah. I think was 118 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yes.
Because it's
Of
not
course,
just
we're subscribed to you,
one person.
Barry. Everyone's subscribed to you, Barry. You know what? I told Barry, if you want a successful YouTube channel, you have to subscription whore yourself. And when I said it, he gave a strange face, but now he understands subscription whore. You know what it means, don't you, Barry?
That's what it is.
People are like, oh no, here comes that drone dude again. It's part of the game, Barry. You know that. You know already. He's
what
already.
does he do? And next thing you know, they're talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how they do it. And Barry, it may not be now because you're still newlyweds, but there will come a time and point in your life where you're going to walk into the room and your wife is going to be in a room with company or with friends and going to say, oh God, I hope we didn't start talking about drones again. It's coming. Remember, I predicted it on the 5th of January, 2022 at 5:55 p.m. It's coming. One day, you're going to walk in the room and have that look on your face. She's going to go, oh God, I hope he's not going to talk about drones. I'm telling you, it's coming, bro. Who's going to promote you better than yourself? You're right. You're right.
Funny, I just got a text. I got an email from FedEx saying that they got a strain on them from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't deliver on time anyway, so I'm good.
Always good to see those guys help small channels. You know what it is, Bob Casey?
I am a small channel.
I have a small channel too, but in reality, information costs nothing. And sad. Hold on. I got to get this out the way.
The views and opinions tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everybody on the panel and or in the chat.
But I'm going to say what I learned. I've been flying for 6 years. And in the 6 years that I've been flying, I've been asking. They say if you ask, someone will answer. That's not always true when it comes to drones. Okay. There's a lot of stuff. We love you too, Barry. There's a lot of stuff out there that I had to learn by trial and error, and people just would not show me. No matter how I asked, no matter how I peeked over their shoulder, or no matter how many people I flew with, they were just not giving up certain tricks. And for that, I thank you, because I know how to do these things now. Either figured it out or found out from someone else who was willing to tell me, or I learned it. I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, you see where I'm going with this, Herman, right? There's a lot of stuff out there that you need to know as far as flying drones, and not everyone's willing to give out that help. I don't mind doing it. I believe each one teach one. Information costs nothing. Okay.
That happens in everything.
Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, John Booth, how are you, brother?
Being an apprentice.
John Booth has the unique Typhoon H.
Okay.
I still like that bird.
Lawrence, I remember being an apprentice. I worked with this one guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget this. And he told me, plain as day, you got your whole career to learn this. I'm like, yeah, but I'm supposed to learn it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
And he would do little things to where is that I couldn't see it. And I'm like, wow, this dude is trying to keep himself around for the rest of his life. And I understand, and I see that. But that's in everything. There's always going to be.
It is in everything. It's in drones. It's in family.
It's everything. If you want to look how many people have family members, right? Watch this one. I bet everybody can relate to this one. They got family members, right, with baking recipes that they took to their grave because they don't want to share it.
Herman,
with everybody else.
I was just going to tell you a story that's
Everyone can
so
relate to
similar
that.
to that. They're so similar to that. Now, my mom's cooks. She cooks on the holidays and stuff, right? And she goes, one year, she goes to me and my ex, because I'm no longer with this person. But she goes to me and my ex. I'm going to show you guys how I make my mac and cheese that everyone raves over. So my ex takes a pen out. She writes down this. She writes down that. We go home. A couple of weeks later, we try it. Just don't taste right. So we tell my moms it was good, but it's just missing that one thing, right? So now here's the funny part, Herman. A couple of years later, because we still haven't perfected the recipe of the mac and cheese the way she does. A couple of years later, my ex, who usually sits in the kitchen, and my mom's was in the kitchen. She usually sits in the living room. My mom's was in the kitchen, right? She walks in and sees my mother putting yellow mustard in the mac and cheese. And you know what was messed up about it? My ex comes and says, I can't believe your mother lied to us all this damn time. She didn't give us every ingredient. We went home, we added the yellow mustard, and we have her exact same mac and cheese. And people will do that to you all the time, Herman. They will not tell you it's the mustard. You get my point. You get what I'm saying.
I said to you, everyone in the chat,
that's true.
And tech support, relate to this.
Tech support here was like
family that refuses to share the bacon recipes and taking them to their grave.
You're 100% right.
Though. That cake that much, you ain't gonna have it no more when I'm gone.
It'll never taste like mine. Ray Kelly just sent us a picture. This is his California setup for vlogging. Let me see. Hold on. I'll share it real quick. Ray Kelly just sent. So when you see Ray Kelly doing his live stream, guys, this is his professional setup right here. He's got the laptop going, watching those guys. Right? He's watching those guys, and if he has to go live, he's got I need a ring light too. But he's got the ring light. He's got the chips. He's got the bird looking over everything to make sure he's got his little notes and pen here. And Ray's got a nice little setup there, Ray Kelly. All right, that's what's up. That's why he looks so handsome. He's got that ring light. And that cell phone right there is definitely. I guess this is a capture card on the side. But that cell phone has definitely got a better camera than what most of us be using.
Unless it's what do you call it? It just splits the port. No, but
that's a possibility as well.
He's got it set up.
Possibility. Hey, Max Air, what's good?
That's his travel setup.
Gotta have chips and dip and coffee.
That's for your traveling, right? When you're traveling.
I'm guessing that's. I need to refresh this on.
You said his California setup. I was like, how many setups does he have? He's here. He's in Florida. He's in California. What was going on?
Okay. Wait a minute. This thing. Mute, man. Stop it. Max Air, what's good? Hold on. Sorry. I tried to mute it. Oh, that's an HDMI splitter. Okay, I'm not an Apple head. Until one time I didn't allow anything in my house with the letter I on it, but that was shot out the water.
Why would you let in your house? Well, I don't know.
A child, children are followers. They need to have things with.
I actually had to pay for that.
Huh?
I actually had to pay for that.
Get out.
For iPhones?
Yeah.
I'm all right with paying for the Android phones, but when she said she wanted the iPhone, I was like, why?
Oh shit! Third eye view. See, we were talking about the Nazgul, the iFlight Nazgul Evoke. Mm-hmm. Third eye view said I just flew it at the park, and he started out with one of those Tiny Hawk kits.
Okay.
My son and his wife gave me the light set up for Christmas. All right, no wonder. See, I can't have no ring light and not shave like I didn't shave today.
You know what? The only
I look
issue with
forward.
the only problem with ring lights and overhead lights and stuff like that, they reflect off your glasses if you wear glasses. So either way, you look like a bumblebee. I don't know. Because I can see how the light reflects off of on my glasses from looking at myself in the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the ring light, you would see the whole.
All right, Barry. Have a great night.
Off of the glasses.
Well, you know.
Oh, Barry's out. All right, man. Take it easy.
Well, he said he was driving. He says, "I'm home. Everyone have a great night." But I wanted to get back to the Nazgul Evoke.
Yes.
Because Third Eye View said he just flew his at the park. Congratulations to you. And I've been wanting one for a while. And the only reason that has stopped me from buying it, because the only thing that stopped me from buying it is because now that I know how to build drones, I can't see myself buying one. But I think if I did buy one, I would invest in that one. Definitely. Crossfire ready. It's just that once you learn how to build a drone and then you see what they're charging for it, you're like, yo, I'm glad I started building them. That's all. Good night, Barry. Thanks for supporting us.
Yes,
you have a great evening. You have to put the light to the side, Ray Kelly says.
Yeah,
he says you have to put the light to the side. Okay. All right, that's what's up.
But then it lights up, hits you on this side. I got light over here, right? And it still reflects off of.
Well, you know what reflects off your glasses? I can see Those Guys logo like you're on the bottom on your screen and I'm on the top on your screen. And on my screen, I'm on the bottom and you're on the top. But on YouTube, we're side by side. And I see all of that in your glasses. So it's right. Did those ring lights make you look evil? Like you have little circles inside your pupils and stuff? I have noticed that. And your glasses do reflect everything.
Glasses make it work. I mean,
it was okay. Not my favorite drone. Only flew it 4 times since last July.
Okay.
But Third Eye, you keep in mind, you're just getting into FPV. That may become your favorite bird at some time and point. Max Air, how are you? Hope all is well.
Why would you say
that? Coast to Coast Bill was good. I'm thinking learning the firmware would be the trick. John Booth, you stick with one firmware like Betaflight, and despite what they tell you about KISS and all these other operating systems and Emu Flight and all of that, just stick with Betaflight. I know 2 operating systems for FPV, Betaflight and Emu Flight. And people are telling me if I love those, I'll love this one. No, I don't need to learn all that just to freaking fly. Okay. I have one operating system, which is my favorite, Betaflight, and then I have Emu Flight. I have 2 drones with Emu Flight on. And what I've noticed, the only difference in those operating systems is Emu Flight has an easier interface. Betaflight, you can tune your drone to whatever you want to tune it to with no problems. But John Booth, honestly, learning FPV is not the problem. The hard part is learning to fly.
I think that's what he meant.
No, he says I'm thinking learning the firmware would be the trick. It's not. It's really not. It is learning another language. I will say that. But once it's explained to you what does what and what you should mess with as a beginner and what you should not mess with as a beginner, then it becomes fun. But when you start listening to people, turn your rates up to this and turn your rates up to that, and then you plug your shit in and it explodes.
Full blast.
Should have left it the way it was.
Why? I wanted full blast.
Which reminds me, my explosion sound effect was really loud.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that was really loud. Down to about 40. Hold on a second. Let me test this button. All right, that's good enough. It's still a little loud, but I'll turn it down just a wee bit more to about 30.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
talking about some of these drones that we talk about and stuff like that. And I just gotta go back to that whole thing. I just think it's crazy that there's not even like an honorable mention because of Ortel coming out with some of the stuff.
Right. And I get where they're coming from. I didn't appreciate that as well because Ortel had some birds that could compete in that list that should have been in that list. I don't believe the Nano and stuff because that's new, but the Ortel Evo 1, the Ortel Evo 2,
Well,
these are birds.
even the what's it, the 6K, the 8K, they were very, very capable drones.
Yeah, I agree. And then also, and I'm going to say it again.
I mean,
Stop saying the Phantom 4 is old. The Phantom 4 is like that old school 69 Cadillac that you see going down the road next to a e-car or something like that. It's a classic. It's 5 years running and it is still the #1 mapping drone out there.
that's not a good analogy.
Well, help me out here.
That's not a good analogy. Those old cars were boats, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you know where I was going with this. Remember the 15-inch steering wheel? You had to turn it 1.5 revolutions before the
Those
wheels
six were
started
boats.
turning. Right?
You didn't turn the corner with those. You float that thing around the corner.
Dude, with a 15-inch steering wheel, dude, you went like this once, and then it started turning.
And if you
and
didn't turn it wide,
3
you'd take
more
out the people
times.
standing on the curb.
Yeah, you'd run them over. If you did, they would jump back on the curb. You're right. They would run. They would jump back on the curb when you saw one of those long cars turning.
That's why old people don't like to park on the corner. They know better.
Johnny Drone Flyer, you're right. Which reminds me, don't forget to check out Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly tonight after the stream. You
No,
guys know where they're at the Fly for Fun show.
no, but I get what you mean about the Phantom 4 Pro. It's a very capable drone. It's still capable for the way the camera was designed and for using it for mapping. And yeah,
So John Booth says it'll
accuracy.
beat the 520 at mapping. Going into the Matrice 520, that's a completely different platform. And meaning let me clarify myself. When I say completely different platform, that's just a whole different platform of jobs and work altogether. But on the consumer level, John Booth, the Phantom 4 Pro is the best thing you could have for mapping on the consumer level, starting at $2,000. After that, you need to spend $6,000 plus. So I should have clarified that. Sorry for not making that clear. The camera is awesome on the Phantom 4. Yes. Till today, present day, there is no no consumer drone out there with the physical aperture that you can adjust on the fly at the click of a button. Till present day, and we're talking 5 years. Yes, like a 57 Chevy with no power steering. Exactly.
No, what sets that drone apart from all of the other drones when taking photos, especially when taking photos.
Oh, the unique
is
it's still. Go ahead.
Is the mechanical shutter. The mechanical shutter.
I misunderstood. John Booth was saying he's saying a unique 520. I'm sorry. No, see, that's a much bigger and different platform. That's on a platform with the Matrice series, the 320, the Matrice 320 or whatever those. That's on that level.
No, see, even when these guys make these lists, those are even still drones that are done forgotten about with that company unique.
Right. So how do you
They
come up with
haven't
a best?
produced anything new, and they haven't come out with anything in a while. That's why I say, you know, a lot of drones get missed off of those type of lists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, see, now a lot of people forget the
Look,
unique
Skydio's
520.
not on
They
that
forget,
list either.
right. But these are drones. When I speak about the Phantom 4, I'm really speaking on the consumer level because people were bitching about the Mavic
But
3.
see,
When
this is
the
what
Phantom
happened.
4 Pro is still $2,000,
Right,
$1,700.
right. But see, but here's what happened with DJI, and this is what I tried to explain to you before, and I keep telling you this. When you go back in history and you look at Toyota, right? Everybody's running around getting a Camry now, right? You want to go with Toyota? Let me get the Camry. But that wasn't their top car at one point. That wasn't their top
Right.
car. No. If you go back into like the 80s, early 90s, you had the Toyota Cressida. Right? What they did was that when they brought in the whole Lexus line, they dropped that car and made you love the Camry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That no
You know
one
what I'm
was
saying to
buying.
you? They made you love the Camry and made an excuse for you to buy the more expensive Toyota. What was that? They had the Solara, and then they came out
Uh-huh.
with the
Yeah.
what was the other one in the
They came
Ford?
out with a couple of models they weren't selling, but
Right.
they sell now. Hey,
So
Maddie,
now,
it's good,
so
man.
now, so now, when you look at Toyota as it stands today, you see the Camry sitting there as a top car for the average consumer. The same thing DJI did with the Air Series.
Right, Ray Kelly says the Corolla was popular too. Yes, the Toyota
Right,
Corolla.
but
They
what I'm
sold.
saying, I'm going at the top of the list. But the same thing that they did, what DJI did with the Air Series,
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't your top consumer drone.
Nope.
Like, nobody that had their top consumer drone cared about it.
True.
You
This is
understand?
very,
That
very
drone
true.
got picked up by guys coming in on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Mavic series got picked up by guys coming into DJI on the back end.
Right. Right.
So
I'm
that's
good,
how
Maddie,
the Air
man.
series was able to move into the top level so easy as their top level consumer drone. So then now
Right.
they drop
Right.
what the 2S now. So now when they drop the 2, what they come out with the Air 3, we're gonna wait for the Air 3S now after that. It's just gonna be the same cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what happened to it. They made you love it. You understand? And
Right.
now
Now, go
maybe
ahead.
I'm quite sure that the next one will have adjustable aperture.
I'm pretty sure too, because people are going to be asking what happened to the real aperture. And to be honest,
Well, by then the app will grow up. You know, it'll grow up a little bit. It's growing up a little bit as we've seen it in the last year or so.
well,
It's
that's
grown.
what everything upgrades, and
No,
this is
no.
why.
Most of the stuff that you saw on the this was the conversation that you and Xavier, it continued after I had to get off the other day with with the Fly app. You know, this is, I'm not beating a dead horse, but with the Go 4 and the Go app, you know, everything that we used and loved about the app was there when we got there.
Hey, quadcopters in tech,
Is
what's up?
being spoon fed into it. So, like I said, when you get to that next generation of the Air series, you'll probably have that in there. I don't see the need or for putting that on something like the Mini, but
The Air 2 was his
the
first.
next Air series, yeah, you'll probably see.
If they even continue with the Air series.
Why wouldn't they? What else are you gonna have for the average
I
consumer?
was under the impression that they were almost getting
Mini?
bored with this Maverick style body and kind of hoping from my mouth to DJI's ears you come out with a different design drone.
Like what?
I
Like
don't
something
know.
looks like a frog, like what they got
I
now,
know.
or something looks like a bird, a butterfly. What else do you want to fly? I mean, you want a
I don't
circular
know.
disc? I I mean, seriously, what else do we want? We want a circular disc. I mean, what else? What other shape do we want? Something torpedo? We want fixed wing drones
to be
next.
honest,
I mean,
I'm happy with what I have.
No, I'm just saying, because be careful when we start this conversation, because
we had this conversation with the Mavic 3.
Next thing you know, we'll be like, we want a full frame sensor on that one, man. DJI can't come back with another Micro Four Thirds. We don't want that one. We want a full frame on this one.
And guess what? That full frame is
$10,000, and we're like,
I was going to say about $6,000 for the drone.
That shit for Inspire, man. That shit
because and like you said, Herman, we have to be careful what we wish for, because people were asking for a 4/3 sensor. They were asking for a 2-camera drone. They were asking for something better than the Mavic 2 Pro, and the Mavic 2 Pro did start out at $1,700. Okay, whatever price, it's still going for that price today. But more tech means more money, and we found that out with the Mavic 3.
Well, didn't we find that out with the with Autel? Didn't Autel raise the price when they came out with the 8K and the 6K and all of that?
I think the camera drones had reached their plateau, perhaps pack more into a sub 249 drone. See, now, yes and no, Third Eye. We have.
I mean, honestly, what does that sub 250 get you?
Yeah, what are they offering for their sub 250?
No, I'm just saying, what does a sub 250 get you in a drone? Seriously, what is it? What does that get for you? I mean, all it does is get you a smaller drone that this technology hasn't caught up to the build quality, and you don't have to. It saves you $5 in registration.
Yeah,
you're still flying it. Airspace is airspace.
I have not seen.
I just never understood. I like some of them, but I don't get the big deal about it. I mean, here in the States, all it's good for is $5.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mr. JRC, welcome to the stream. Yes, you don't have to register it, but if you're a drone pilot, and you don't want nobody messing with you, register the drone. For nothing. It's $5 to get a freaking card. My Air 2S, my Phantom 4 Pro, and my Mavic Pro are all in here, registered. That way, if anything goes down, a drone hits a plane.
Okay, I get it.
That wasn't my shit. My shit is right here. What was the registration number on it? Oh, it was some dude from New Jersey? All right, leave me the hell alone.
Oh, damn. How'd I do that?
What? It's always good enjoying what you have. Mike, I agree, because I'm a firm believer. Learn how to use what the hell you have. When everyone was flying Phantom 4s and Mavic 2 Pros, I had the Phantom 4 Standard. And I could show you some pictures I took with my Phantom 4 Standard that you couldn't tell what I was flying unless I told you.
That's not what we were talking about. We were talking about the sub 250 difference, because all it is $5. Here in the States, is just a savings of $5. But was it Quadcopters in Tech said he can fit them in his pocket, and he loves it.
Okay, that's cool. Look, I'm gonna go y'all gonna make me drink some more tonight. I'll be back.
Look at this guy right here. No, I'm just saying, for me, it's only good for $5. I mean, I'm not worried about sticking the drone in my pocket. And so I have, a good set of drones. I'm good with what I have. A lot of people still smacking the Mavic 3 around, and there's a lot of talk about it. But I mean, and like I said before, when I've heard, something where guys would tell me, the drone was incomplete. It was incomplete when it came out. It was incomplete. And I was one of the people who said it right here on this live stream, that we accepted that from DJI, and we may not have accepted that from anybody else. The same way we had a rip and roll about Autel announcing release, and then they can't release for another 3-4 months, but they're here, and I'm hoping guys get their drones, they're enjoying them. That's all that matters.
Maddie says, this is true, Maddie. When remote ID gets here, the sub 250 is exempt. But I can guarantee you this, Maddie. when remote ID gets here, if you have a sub 250-gram drone, you're not going to be able to fly in any place but the little kid park down the block.
So I don't understand. Airspace is airspace.
Because if you don't have remote ID,
you're not just going to be exempt and fly because in those places because you want to fly and you're exempt. No.
Hold it.
Airspace is airspace.
Hold on. I have to applaud you, Maddie, for this one. This comment is exactly what I've been wanting to say. The people that are smacking down the Mavic 3 are the ones that don't have one. Yes. I applaud you for that. I applaud you for that. Yes.
Pretty much.
You're right about that.
But in that conversation we had the other day, though, that was what the point was I was trying to get across, because for these drones to be able to do what they do, they got to bring back some of those other features, and they're spoon feeding it back into the app. And I was telling Lawrence, I like that about it. I even mentioned it in the video. I like that about it, how they brought some of those things back. I just don't like how you have to go to get to them. That's it. I mean, as far as that list we were talking about, I'm just saying they could have threw some of the Autel in there. I just didn't understand why they didn't. But, moving on to, we talk about also heavy lifters. Now, we got one of those.
Yes.
Real heavy lifter.
You guys might like this next story.
This real heavy lifter, with massive payloads and extensive flight time. What I'm saying, this one is...
You don't have to worry about no one snatching this drone because they can't lift it.
Meet Firefly. This drone here.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Yeah, I said meet Firefly, but this drone here, right, Lawrence? Firefly can carry up to 100 pounds for 2 hours.
Yes, 100 pounds.
They said it's 10 times longer than any other drone of its kind.
3 feet high with a 5-foot radius from
tip this drone will knock you over if you don't get out the way.
Weighs 120 pounds, so nobody's going to grab your shit and run with it. Okay?
Now, this drone here, I guess we want to say this is something that's marketed towards, firefighters and people in the medical field for being able to transport stuff. And then also the thing what I thought was crazy about this drone is that the fact that they can transfer, logistics. So everything, and they have it's fully redundant. Fully redundant. And it has a what do you call it? A fail-safe system that was developed in partnership with NASA. So they're really serious with this
hybrid system, gas and electric battery.
It combines a high what do you call it? Fully electric motors with internal combustion engines. So this thing here, now they brag about it flying at 100 miles per hour, but they said they would love to be able to lift 1,000 pounds with this thing.
They're working on making 1,000-pound version of this, one that can lift 1,000 pounds. And I'm showing the video again because I have to point out it right here. It's 3 feet high by 5 feet wide across from tip to tip on your prop. Now, they want to specialize. Now, you know how they have these drones that they're using to start fires, to put out fires? Well, this particular drone can actually, unlike the smaller drones that they're using now, only cover a few yards. This particular drone can start a fire from anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 yards in minutes.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
I want to point this out. This thing is carrying a generator.
Yeah.
This thing is carrying a damn generator. Later on, they're going to show how it's carrying a fireman hose. That stuff is heavy. Now, it only weighs 120 pounds, but it can carry up to 100 pounds of anything that you need, from medical supplies to, I could see a couple of guns or whatever the hell you want to put under this damn thing.
Put equipment in there. I mean, in some of the tests, we also have a video on their test for their first test of the flight at 100 pounds. But breaking this down, they say that for 4 hours it can fly with 40 pounds and 7 hours with 10 pounds. But I just think
could you imagine a 7-hour drone?
with 100 pounds for 2 hours.
Angie thinks our drone is sexy. Angie says, like beefy, I see. She likes that. But here's the test flight of
Okay.
this drone and this. Hold on. Wait a minute. I clicked on the wrong thing. This was the test flight of this model of drone.
Uh-huh.
And from what they're showing here, that it's only a hover, but first you get airworthiness. And once you get airworthiness, this is the first thing you do with a heavy test drone. You test it with 100-pound weights. They call it a big mule because it's going to be carrying a lot of stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
And the lighter the load, the longer it can fly. So this is what let them know anything up to 100 pounds, they can carry it for 2 hours. That's a damn good flight.
So
and
now we're getting closer and closer to being able to deliver Furball Kim's bowling ball.
Yes. Remember, Furball Kim wanted a bowling. Says when it can deliver a bowling ball, I'll believe it. Well, now you can get a couple of bowling balls delivered.
We're getting closer. Closer. Now, this big, heavy lifting unmanned aerial system is by Parallel Flight Technology. They're responsible for this drone.
Please, I hope not. John Booth says, don't let the cartel know about this one. Ammo drops. Exactly, Bob Casey.
Oh, man. No, seriously, this is good because, they're talking about being, we always talk about stuff that they could be marketed to the military, being able to drop certain things in certain places where they need certain things. Boom, get it done. Quick, fast, in a hurry. You could just load it up, take off, and get it over there. And
now think about this. They're talking about
a
drone that can fly
right
for 2 hours carrying 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only 120 pounds, and they're working on a drone that will carry up to 1,000 pounds.
Right, but what I was saying to you, their ground. See, but this thing is not just with a guy with a controller.
No, it's the ground station.
Their what do you call it? Their ground control system is capable of having seamless beyond visual line of sight operations. So this is not just one guy with a controller. It's a couple of guys at a monitoring station that are flying this.
Yeah. So now the fact that you can actually drop in a fire hose to a fireman up on a roof, or a 75-pound hose that a fireman would have to carry up the stairs or up a ladder, you can put in the base of this drone, this heavy lift drone, and carry it up there and drop it to him or land it. And it'll get there in less the time it would take a man to carry it.
Well, we talk about drone in the box. This is a drone in a van. That van that you saw in the video, that drone comes with the van, and the control station is the van.
Yeah, you're right, Angie. No one would mess with that drone. It's probably quite loud, and to carry 100 pounds, I assume it is.
Once you start the props up.
Listen. Might think a Cessna's taken off by the time that thing gets started. But I like it as drones for good. If it'll help firefighters and emergency vehicles. Now, right now, they're using smaller drones like the size of the Matrice 250 that carry fuel and an igniter to start fires. This one can carry more fuel.
They're a little bigger than that.
Cover more territory. I get sensitive about my tractor. These guys are having talking tractor in here. I don't know what's going on. I lost track of
about this tractor. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We wish we had that technology when I was deployed in Iraq. Drone ammo drops would have helped every time we got ambushed on the MSR Tampa. See? Yeah. Well,
be good for something.
That would have came in real handy. Seriously. That definitely would have came in real handy. You have something flying in. Now, keep in mind, 2 hours at 100 pounds. Okay, at 100 pounds. So if those ammo boxes equaled 80 pounds, They can stay in the air or fly even further.
Well,
I
as
have
long as
tried in the
you
long
get
one.
there and come back within 2 hours, you're good.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, that's it.
You
I
know.
thought it was a very good story due to the fact that they are doing here. Actually, here's the video. I'm sorry, I did not share the video, so you guys can check this bird out
Check it
with
out.
sound. Yeah, check
I
it out
mean,
with sound.
it's
We like to
something
let
that
you
they
guys,
can market to military
and we need
use.
to give full credit to Parallel Flight Technologies because this is their drone. We
Yeah,
don't
this
want
their
any
drone, their
copyright.
video.
We don't want any copyright infringements and all of that stuff coming up. But this is their drone. Check it out. Hey, Mendez, how are you? Hope all is well. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, man.
One vision, like the big dude on the moped. Yeah. Yeah. Someone had typed earlier. I think my sister doesn't weigh 120 pounds. No, we're not carrying humans in this. These are drones for good.
Oh, you mean the big heavy lifter?
Mm-hmm.
This one here, the could you imagine that? I mean,
I don't even want to know. Unless I have to lie to the police.
if the kids is like, 40 pounds, 50 pounds a piece, I mean, at least for 2 hours around the yard.
Right? Could you imagine? 2 hours, right? Now, I did notice something on that drone, but maybe it's the technology, but they actually had 2 dipole antennas.
Uh-huh.
And it's already been proven that dipole antennas do better at longer range than some of the other type antennas. I just noticed stuff like that flying FPV.
What you do is, right, you get the Velcro straps and you just Velcro them to the bottom platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't slip out?
Right.
Oh no.
You
I'm
diagonally Velcro them in there and then
trying not to play the disclaimer, Herm. But it's worth it though.
Where are they gonna go?
See, Mr. JRC says, yeah, there you go, Herman. The Velcro straps for the kid, keep them in.
Right.
Make sure they don't slide out.
Cross this way, and then across the lap. They can't go nowhere.
True.
The only way they're gonna come out of there is if they're being a real kid and start trying to take it off.
Yeah. 2 hours flying around or 2 hours on an iPad. Mr. JRC says.
Yeah, which one would you rather? Whip around the yard on the heavy lifter? I can see it now.
That would be entertaining, though.
I can see it now.
Definitely be entertaining. But if you didn't see the video, here's the link again.
Can you see it now?
100 pounds.
Yes, the man next door, he has his children on this machine, flying them around the yard. I don't know what's going to happen to them. Oh, please come quick.
Right? Could you imagine, Herman?
Yeah, some kind of salad machine. He's flying them around with these big propellers. They're gonna kill.
He's scaring my dogs. The dogs keep barking when he takes off with that thing. All you hear is boom, 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 boom. What about custody? What about custody about? Send a drone to get my kid back.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's too much.
Now we got kidnapping going on.
Yeah, y'all, you letting your imagination go with that one. But I could think of a few things for it. Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah. The only one problem with this thing is it's not a toy. This is not even a recreational thing you take out in the park.
I know it's not a toy because it takes two
at 100
carry it. It's
right,
120
pounds. At 100 pounds, the side of your house is not going to feel the same as somebody's window when your Mavic hits it as when that hits
That's true. When that thing hits it. And you see the construction of it, the build of it is hold on, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the video. Hold on. Here it is.
It's not that super high plastic that they use.
Look at this frame. It's airplane grade aluminum, man. They're not playing with this shit. Look at this thing, man. This thing comes crashing down. It, like you said, you may have a broken window with a camera drone. This is taking out a wall.
This is coming through the house. Oh, we are here.
Yeah.
Like, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, Terminator was real.
120 pounds and 100 miles per hour. You do the math there and see how much of this drone survives and your wall don't.
I think they gotta. I think they gotta fly at a. They can't go faster than 100 miles per hour. So then they have to say,
it's maxed out at 99. It is maxed out at 99. But
they have to say that
to carry 100 pounds.
No, but that's not.
I just pointed out this thing has hoist on it. Hold on.
See, there goes the van.
Here, you see this? That looks like some kind of hoist plug. They're lifting it with a crane.
No, that's so when you put it in the van, it don't tip over when you turn corners. You strap it down.
Probably. Because
or you can strap other things to it. You see how that payload on the bottom is strapped?
Yeah, this one right here. That's how you strap the kid in. Put the legs through the spider legs right through the net right here. Make sure they can't swing out, and then you Velcro them across all this way.
And you put them right up in that thing, man. Strap
them. Now keep in mind, this chainsaw, this chainsaw here is about a 2-foot chainsaw, 2 to 3 foot blade on here.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are not light, so it's just. I could think of a lot of things to do with this.
I'm going to show you how you can do it safely, Lauren.
This is my life support right here. It can carry a generator. Can you drop me off a 1200? This is a 3000 volt to 3500 volt generator.
Lawrence will tell you how you do it safely. Here's how you do it safely. You go down to your local sporting goods store, right? You pick up some chest protectors and some shin guard from the baseball section for the kids and a helmet from the football section, right? Yeah. And you strap them into that basket and you can fly them around the neighborhood. 2 hours, man. If you got more batteries, you can get a ride for the neighborhood. You can charge $10 a ride for the neighborhood as long as you're not over 100 pounds.
Yeah, could you imagine?
No, I'm just joking, but no, seriously, that's a big boy.
Yeah. I'm only looking to see. I'm sure there's other people who will actually come up with some more stuff, like some more heavy lift drones. Hey, Jims, welcome to the channel.
There's a few of them out there. There's a few of them out there.
Are.
I mean, this was one that we spoke on once before, and now I see that they were back because they're doing their thing.
Well, congratulations to Parallel Flight Technologies. This drone that they have here, this heavy lift drone, is the first one that I've seen. I'm actually looking on their website. They have a series of drones. Here, hold on a second. Mm-hmm. They don't make little drones. Nothing they do is little. Look at this. Full stack solutions. You have the OEM services for delivery. This one, and maintenance, service plans sold with each aircraft to keep systems current. Okay. Operator training, engineering. These are not any small little drones. This is the actual site for Parallel Tech for this heavy lift drone. And it says specifically, this opens new possibilities for unmanned logistics, search and rescue, firefighting, and heavy sensor applications. Like if you have a heavy ass LiDAR, this thing will definitely carry it.
Or
keep in mind, 5 feet by 3 feet high. Now here it is, hover with 100 pounds for 2 hours, 40 pounds 4 hours, 10 pounds 7 hours with auxiliary fuel tank included. All of that.
Right. I'm getting one tomorrow. What's the price tag?
Let's see here. Hold on. Press, investor portal, team, beta program, product. We're on the product page. I don't see anything for price here. You got to talk to somebody.
Hey, you guys want to check it out? We can do that. And then click here, do this, and we can put
All I
that up
know is
there.
that'll be the talk. When I take off in the middle of the street with that,
Listen, we're being invaded. There's an invasion. I don't know, Lawrence, did you ever send that analog race drone out? You know what? It's funny you say that because Mr. TJ has not contacted me. I've emailed him 2 times and he has yet to respond to me. Mr. J's RC, if you know him personally, tell him to contact me. He has 1 more week. This is going on the 3rd week, and I'm going to send out another email.
well, you know what? It's
Contact
funny
me
that
with
you
your mailing
mentioned this.
address. He hasn't even responded though. Hey, Lake Pilot, how are you?
Lawrence, it's funny that you mentioned that, but there's a couple of guys who haven't responded.
Yes. We need to clarify this so we can get
list. I did send them a message.
And Herman has mailed out stuff yesterday. That thing would be pricey. We're talking maybe 20,000 easy.
No,
20,000, 30,000. Who knows? It may be even more.
Tim Jackson, Drone Up.
Yeah, you contact these guys. Tim Jackson, Drone Up, TJ. Let them know they have not contacted us for the stuff they want on the contest. I'm going to give it 1 more week, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. If I have not heard by TJ, I'll put it back in the pool and give it away to somebody
Dji Fpv FPV.
Yeah, that's another one who won something, and we have not heard anything.
Yeah. So those are the guys that I haven't heard from yet.
Yes. So please, if you guys out there know these people, please contact them, because in another week, the same drone that TJ won, I'm just going to put it in a contest and give it to somebody else, or maybe I'll just pick an FPV pilot and give it to them. Who knows? But I'd like to make it even and a chance. It could be the first drone that gets someone to buy a radio and fly FPV. I don't know, but I don't need it. It's sitting there. 2 weeks have gone by, actually 2.5 weeks now, Herman, because we did this before Christmas. It's a new year already.
Wow.
Yeah, we did that shit for Christmas.
He's moved on to the new year already.
Yeah, that's right. I told you, those guys got big shit to do.
Well, can we talk about some stuff that happened last year? Okay. Well, there's a company, Soaring Eagle Technology. Well, they've racked up another FAA waiver. Well, let's talk a little bit about it. They're a drone data collection company, Soaring Eagle Technologies. It's getting closer to operating beyond visual line of sight missions as a regular way of doing inspection work.
Yes.
As far as what I understand here, Soaring Eagle is based in Houston, and they've received another special government waiver for them to be able to operate beyond the visual line of sight.
Now
This happened. This took place. The last one was late December, which happened to have been their second in the last 2 months. You know, this company has over 60 of these special waivers from the FAA to do such.
I wanted to point that out because out of these 60 waivers that they got to perform beyond visual line of sight and hover test and all of that, because each time you come up with a drone you want to fly beyond the visual line of sight, first thing you have to do is get its airworthiness test waiver. Once you can prove that thing can hover in the air without exploding, then you can start applying for other waivers to fly. Now,
it says in November, Soaring Eagle used its previous authorizations to perform a 51-mile beyond visual line of sight inspection at a major energy client's infrastructure in 6 hours. Equipment packing and drive back to headquarters is included. So not only did they send out a crew 51 miles away, but they were able to perform a beyond visual line of sight flight, full inspection, and be fully packed up and have their crew heading home in 6 hours. That's crazy. Think about it. TJ is a good guy, but he gave up on drones. He is into basket weaving now, Lawrence. Stop it, Mr. J's RC. Now, what's funny about this story, Herman, is the fact that these guys have over 30,000 UAV flying hours.
Yeah, something to that effect.
And something else. Oh, let me see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just splashed over you like I usually do. I'm sorry. It's a bad habit.
I was kind of getting to the whole point of talking about this drone and some of the things that they're trying to get. This, when we start talking about stuff like this, beyond visual line of sight inspection, you're talking about being able to set a standard that once that is met, then the other people can follow suit, because what is happening now is the groundwork for the foundation for the standard of how things are done. All of these drones, even the guys that want to do delivery, we talk about these delivery drones, none of them operate on the 107. They are operating on 135 because they're considered as couriers. So they're not operating on the 107. That's why you see stuff like UPS with operating from a moving vehicle. We know on the 107 for delivery of a person's goods, you can't deliver from a moving vehicle. You can't fly from a moving vehicle. So there's all kind of regulatory system, that the FAA has, and they have over 60 waivers for missions that they flew, beyond visual line of sight. We talked about this before, and being able to do this, the only way that's possible was the improvement of these cameras, improvement of sensors, and being able to control these things. You still there? Oh, you muted yourself.
No, I muted myself. The fact that these guys specialize in beyond visual line of sight inspections, they performed these inspections, inspecting more than 10,000 electrical infrastructure assets among other sites.
Well, seriously and truthfully speaking, though, Lars, a lot of missions are flown beyond visual line of sight. It's just now that it's something that is being considered because it has to be.
Yeah.
Understand? It has to be. It has to change. For you to go further, it has to change. They're never going to be able to do what they want to do if it doesn't.
True. You're right. You're right about that. In fact, the military's been flying BVLOS for a long time.
Well, the military writes their own ticket.
Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd throw that out there.
The military writes their own ticket. They don't adhere to those rules. I mean, think about it. You see, military is allowed to fly 1,500 feet and below in certain areas, or they can, or they will because they can.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said, they make the rules.
They
definitely make the rules. Now, they're also pointing out that this company says its drones can examine and collect data
up to 100 miles of transmission lines per day in beyond visual line of sight mode, meaning you could have a crew go out to a telephone lines or electrical lines and inspect up to 100 miles in a day with that crew.
Well, you see, I don't know if you remember, I told you I talked about, I watched a video with a guy that does that, and he uses
I remember you saying, he
uses the matrice, and after he gets all of this footage, he's uploading it right away to them, and he's moving on to his next site. And that's what it's about, is being able to transfer that data. The faster, the better, it seems like now.
Mr. J's RCs is having fun. Lawrence, I work for UPS. TJ is in China. Send it to me and I will get it to him. No charge. You know what? I may
deliver
have
it yourself.
Yeah, he'll deliver it. He'll make sure he gets it. He'll take it apart and send screw by screw. I can imagine. Mr. J's RC, I promise you, if I do not hear from him, not this Sunday coming up, let me pull up the calendar so I can get the dates right. This Sunday is the 9th, January 9th. If I do not hear from TJ by January 16th, which is 2.5 weeks from today,
right,
I will give the drone away to someone else who wants it. Or we'll have a smaller giveaway. Your generosity astounds me, Mr. John. Mr. J's RC, Jack Rabbit, FPV. Or I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll. Hello, Scott. I didn't get into anything too tedious. I like drones and air guns.
Okay.
All right. That's what's up.
It's almost that time, man.
It is. But
flies.
I don't want to go.
All right. Well, I'll be back. No, but no, it's almost that time to get out of here. I mean, those guys are on later on. Wednesday's a big night. Wednesday's a big night. We got
I need to get on Ken Heron anyway. Those of you who don't know, my first time watching a complete Ken Heron show from the beginning to the end. I've never in my life done that. My first time on, I won a pair of NDA filters.
Okay.
Jim's droning is going, give it away now.
Give it away now.
In 2 weeks, man. If he doesn't respond, we still got a little bit of time, Fly Guy Merrill. We still got a little bit of time. We still got about 4 more minutes. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away now.
No, but those guys need to hit me up and condom. Well, not those guys, but the guys that I mentioned.
Later, Matty. I know you got to get over to.
All right, man. They got to hit me up and let me know where to send their, their stuff.
Yeah, read that. You have that list there in front of you again. Read that list. TJ is number 1.
Well, let me see.
And also, go ahead.
I got to find the guys, the list of the guys. I mean, I got it written down here, but I don't know exactly where it is. I'll find it. I'll know it. Let's see. Who is it? Nope, that ain't it.
I do remember
that ain't
TJ
it.
TJ has no content.
Uh-oh. Can't find it. That's it. It's lost forever.
All right. We'll figure it out by Sunday.
I got it. I just want to make sure that everybody knows who it is that I can't. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. Wow. I got it here somewhere. I know Tim Jackson's one of them.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Yes, Tim Jackson is Tim Jackson to contact Herman.
What happened? I sent everybody a message, the guys that I'm looking for, that didn't send me where to send their stuff to, but
Mr. J's RC said Herman is squirming.
Yeah, it's here somewhere.
Hi guys, this is TJ. I changed my name and
all right, okay.
The Drone Bum. Nice try, Paulie.
Here we go. We got like I said,
Tim Jackson.
Dji Fpv FPV.
Dji Fpv FPV.
Dji Fpv FPV.
Thank you. TV.
We have Tim Jackson and Drone Up.
As well as TJ, who won the FPV bird. And on the 19th of this month, if I have not heard from him, I'm going to respond to him again.
That's
And his page literally has no content, nothing in the About Me section, nothing like that. But what's funny is TJ left a comment on Herman's video, because remember I did a video sending people to Herman's video to leave a comment. Well, he left a comment on Herman's video saying, I came here for novice quads. Okay. And he left a comment on Herman's video so he could qualify. And that's the last time we've heard of him.
Okay.
I'll accept it on his behalf. You already have my address. Joking. We will check this out. We will definitely figure something out. It is that time, Herman.
It's that time to get up out of here. But what's going on, Lawrence? Anything special? You know of anything happening?
No, but I need to get up tomorrow morning and get my ass on that Ocean City footage from Ken Herron and them. I have a lot of vlog footage and stuff. I have to.
Ocean City.
Yeah,
Ocean City footage.
Yeah. Bots don't fly drones. Cap Stevie, that's what I'm thinking too. But bots don't leave comments either like that.
Yeah, and it's funny because he left. All right, it ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
But I guess he doesn't fly drones. But anyhow, it's that time. You said to get out of here, Lawrence? No, that's it. Nothing special happening Sunday? All right.
Nothing special happening Sunday. We'll see when he gets here.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll be back on Sunday, everyone. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those guys.
Later.
Good night, everyone.